The following podcast may contain explicit language and offensive material, and if that's your bag, keep listening.
Welcome to the My Friend Lyssa bonus episode number 11 with Lyssa Graham and Dale Leopold. We'll also be featuring outtakes from our most recent episode, A House Divided. We now join this episode, already in progress.
How are you?
Okay. Had a busy sort of weekend here, going to a couple of shows, saw Elvis Costello and Nick Lowe, and 2 days later we saw Santana and Earth, Wind & Fire.
Oh, hello.
Very different shows and a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Considering the age of everyone.
We dug a sewer line.
Yeah. Well, that probably rocked as well.
Good times. Seriously.
Did it stay dug?
Yes, although there was an epic battle that went on for 2 days on one hill. In fact, was played again this morning. We are going to have to build him a hill, leave him a hill somewhere. But we've been using heavy machinery. And it has been, I have been all Indiana Jones up in this bitch. Because my house is, okay, big storm in 1900.
You're right.
Before we even named them.
Lost
just
the mists of time.
The storm.
The Galveston.
This was the 1900 storm. It needs no other name. It rolled over the island and killed 6,000 or 10,000 people. Counting wasn't entirely accurate. Some people weren't worth the same as a whole people and didn't get counted.
Who could she possibly mean?
But anyway, remains the largest natural disaster in terms of loss of life in U.S. history.
Yeah.
Big one. And
other than the Trump election.
Well, that too. But that, yes. I'm going to go yes on that one.
Okay.
Okay, but at the
Yes.
time, Galveston was wider. There were many more blocks out into the ocean. I am now 2 blocks from the ocean, but there were 5, 6 more out there before ocean.
Yes.
And all of the stuff that was built out there rolled in an ever-growing pile over everything in front of it until it hit 1 block up from my street.
Okay.
So we are on the leading edge of the wall of debris.
Okay. With you so far.
Which means, and then they raised the ground, the whole island, by 17 feet. Well, the whole east end of the island. So in our backyard, you are either anywhere from 1 foot to 17 feet away from debris. And it has been, like, I've been darting around with a shovel and scraping at stuff, pulling up stuff. I found a Victorian wrist purse. It's a little copper purse, a little copper square, about a deck of cards, all embossed and decorated, plated with silver at one time, that a lady would have worn on her wrist.
Ah.
It's Victorian.
It's nice.
There is no other way for it to be in my yard than for it to be storm debris.
Are you sure about that?
I can't come up with another way
Plausible.
for something pre-storm to be buried in my yard.
Well, technically, it's only debris if it comes from the debris region of France. Otherwise, it's just junk.
Right.
Yeah.
So in our minds, it is now a yardifact, and I am a yardcheologist.
There you go.
In fact, I just unearthed from a strangely shaped lump the silver-plated handle to some cutlery this morning.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And there are bottles and bottles. There was an inkwell with ink still in it, dried, in little flakes like paper flowers.
Damn.
And they're I know. It's insane what's out there.
Where are the Pawn
Every time
Stars?
we turn around,
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, what is happening?
Whoa.
It's been delightful. And Jay has gotten to play with both the claw digger and the bulldozer, both in mini size.
Uh-huh. Cool.
But the mini claw digger was especially Tonka sized. It was very silly looking.
Jake didn't take a turn?
Oh, yes, he did.
Oh, he did?
He drove everything.
He did?
Oh, God, yeah.
Of course. That's good.
Of course he did.
Parenting done right.
Yeah. Thank you. We try. Yeah, he drove everything and seemed to be having a wonderful time. Battles, lots of plastic army men battles, lots of jumping in and out of the trench. You know.
Trench warfare, literally.
He literally.
Yeah.
Yes. He took Germans and Americans out there. His plastic soldiers are organized into nations and nation states. But
Too funny.
I don't know. I'm exhausted.
It's fun.
And I have no yard at all.
It reminds me of a Winston Churchill biography that I read, where his father, who was a famous member of Parliament and exchequer of the exchange, all that good stuff, but he never really took much of an interest in Winston. He thought he was really pretty useless until one day he came into his room and Winston had all his toy soldiers, probably made of tin at that point, all spread out and arrayed in various strategic formations. And then the father said something like, well, maybe there's something you're not completely useless at, and sent him off to military school. So
kind.
Yeah.
Yes, but formative. I just got Jay a T-shirt that says, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, except for bears. Bear will kill you."
Bear will kill you. Yeah. Yep. That's
I'm delighted. I delight in getting him dad joke shirts now. And he delights in wearing them. So,
well,
there you have it.
We all have, us dads have our station in life, and part of it is to be exemplars of lame humor, especially in the eyes of our children.
Oh yeah,
they have to learn eye rolling somewhere. So, yeah, here we are.
I got him one with a picture of a hammer on it that says, "This is not a drill." I like that one too.
Oh, yeah.
But he was last seen wearing his, and I asked, "Do you want to ruin that by rolling in the yard?" And he said, "No, I think it will endure." A black T-shirt with a big chicken on it, and it says, "Guess what?" And it has an arrow pointing to the chicken butt. Guess what, chicken butt?
I thought that
I thought it was one of his dress
T-shirts, puns were,
but it could be wrong.
Yeah. I thought we were sticking with puns as the highest form of humor, and that's the hill you're going to die on. But that's not the hill you were talking about earlier. No. Okay. All right. Just making sure.
That's the hill I'm going to dig through like a delighted toddler until I find more rusty things that I can uncover.
Excellent. Or like
in my Indiana Jones hat.
Or like a delighted FBI agent sorting through a cache of previously unknown classified documents, strangely enough.
Really, it is. I feel seen all of a sudden. Yes, it's exactly like that. Have you been keeping up with the news? I meant to send us do some show prep for both of us, and I'm sure that at the time I said I would do that, you knew.
What is the show prep you speak of?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Why? And then there's no possible way to stay up on everything.
No.
Really, I'm trying, but there has been some news lately that I feel like we should discuss.
Totally declassified. Sorry.
First of all,
I waved my magic wand. I stole it from that civility fairy chick.
That.
Yeah. That could be the plot, really.
You know what,
Okay.
though?
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I think it's a gift, this Trump nanigans.
Yes.
Because, one, they're not shenanigans. They're federal crimes.
Yeah, that makes them even more fun. Yeah.
Biggins. Biggins, big biggins. Biggins. Big. My dad worked at many a federal correctional institute, and the nice ones aren't that nice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're nice, but they're no Trump Tower.
Right. Yeah, you know.
But he'll make some new and interesting friends. He may even take some of his old friends with him.
That would be
Rudy.
splendid.
Rudy. Judge just said this morning that Lindsey Graham actually does have to testify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucks to be him right now.
It does.
More ways than one.
It does.
Yes.
I'll have you know, I bought a Hex spray recently.
Oh?
Not that I have any intentions.
Mm-hmm.
But it's actually called It Sucks to Be You. So you are welcome.
This is good. Well, yeah, I think...
Why didn't I do this in 2016? I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you, I did have one revelation about... A revelation
I did? Oh.
About the
Eureka!
current events. I figured out who's coming up with these strategies of cover stories for, there was nothing there.
Magic 8 Ball.
They broke in, blah, blah, blah. It was declassified, yada, yada.
It was planted.
But
I declassified it.
I think that this was all...
They went through Melania's closet.
Mm-hmm.
Her closet.
It was all written by Herschel Walker. That's my theory.
Which is where she keeps her Coke. What?
It was all written by Herschel Walker. That's
Oh.
That explains the flow of excuses.
Occam's razor.
Yeah.
You could be right.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think that this goes back to not just the Russians, but the Saudis. I think it's interesting that Jared Kushner got $2 billion for his very first ever investment fund that he set up.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah.
From who? I'm sorry, the Saudis. And also, don't they like secrets of ours? They want those, right?
They do.
Yes. And did they start a whole new golf tourney?
Mm-hmm.
Where I guess dismembering your competitors is okay.
It's called giving them
it where?
It's called giving them a handicap. Okay.
And where was that held?
It was one of the former guys' places. Yeah.
Bedminster.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The Bedminster.
Oh my God.
Bedminster Cemetery, which is now tax exempt.
Right.
Right.
A tax break by who, incidentally, just out of the blue, no health problems, reported dizziness or nothing, just fell down some stairs and died.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And was buried on a golf course, which I am
Totally normal.
sure.
Totally normal.
Yes, people do that all the time. And also then right after that, the FBI somebody starts talking to them.
My goodness.
Because when you kill Mummy, it can be annoying. So it's Kushner. It's Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump, and it's because of the Saudis.
There you go.
In the library with a cutlass.
With a cutlass. Mm-hmm. Oh, with a bone saw. Yeah. Oy.
And a cutlass.
Really awful people.
I've solved it all.
Have you read the New York Times review of the Jared's book?
Yes, I have.
With great
because
relish.
I like to start my day with Schadenfreude, and I am 999% sure that it is Schadenfreude if you were to ask a German.
Schadenfreude. Yes, we have many words for enjoying suffering. Yeah.
You may say Schadenfreude if you feel, but I know that it is Schadenfreude.
Freud. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, I enjoy that with my morning tea. I did read that. It was a wonderfully written. It makes one wish that one had chosen a path as a literary critic just for this opportunity.
Yes, it's true. You have to slog through a lot of...
Did you know someone asked me to review a book once?
Really?
really, for the local paper, and it was nonfiction. And it was, here's my review, awful. And so bad that instead of actually reviewing it, I turned it into a humor column about getting day drinking whilst trying to read the book for review, which is, I think, about dams.
It may have well have been written while day drinking.
And never turned in a review of the book. Did not read the book. Wrote instead about not reading the book because the book was dreadful.
That was probably more illuminating and entertaining.
But was assigned to me by a British person. So I, in his honor, since I had decided not to read the book anymore for fear for my health,
Yes.
I drank Pimm's and ginger ale, Pimm's Cup and ginger ale progressively to make the book better. It did not work.
You could try. Did you try putting HP sauce on the book?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I hadn't thought of that.
Makes anything appetizing.
I just saw an ad for hash browns stuffed with HP beans.
Okay.
And I don't see, right, my brain flips over when I try to think about how you even do that.
Yeah.
So
Miracles of modern science.
don't eat that. I feel like that's a bad idea. I feel like no one asked for that.
Yes, right. Exactly. It's one of those memes where it's like, the world blank bean company or hash brown company, whatever.
Right.
Yes.
I know.
HP beans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like a bad idea. Oh, now I've got my Texan on. I'm slouching because I am deeply sore from hunching over a shovel in the backyard all weekend.
Well, it's
Not digging, just disturbing dug piles by looking for items of interest.
yeah. Yeah. Did you have your Fitbit on? Did it count the steps through the piles?
A bazillion. I did a bazillion steps. And it's nice and moistly boiling here. So it's been... We can't wait to be done with this plumbing adventure.
Which will be...
I mean, I have to tell you how this... I don't know.
Okay.
2027?
Okay.
This is how the plumbing adventure went down. When we started, we had to move the existing plumbing, out of the way in order to put a beam under the house because one was not there and should have been, because beams are what hold up the house. And so we knew that was very important.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
That was one of the very first things we discovered on our renovation project.
Load bearing.
I heard my husband say,
Nice compound word there. Yes.
probably won't fall. And I said, what? And so we had to do that. And we moved the plumbing. And I said, why don't you go ahead and just fucking run it straight down the backyard to the tap?
You were being waved
New
at
plumbing.
by your hubby in the back behind you.
Oh, no, now he knows I'm talking about him. Come in. No, you have to come in. If you're going to interrupt a session, you have to come all the way in the booth.
Sajay in the background.
Do it
Howdy.
for posterity. Hi. Oh, you can't hear Dale.
No.
He says hi.
No.
Okay.
What's up?
I'm going to Home Depot.
I thought you already went
No,
to Home Depot. No?
I haven't been. I'm going now.
Okay.
It's
White vinegar. A lot.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
There's a step there.
Yeah, there's a step. It's not
it's
Okay.
it's sort of like one of those, I don't know, one of those logic puzzles. You're never done going to Home Depot. You're always in the process of going to Home Depot, arriving closer and closer to what you need, but never actually arriving.
going to Home Depot.
Yeah. Yeah. He always is.
I assume for plumbing parts.
Always
Yes.
will be. Yeah.
Okay, so I said, run it straight down the yard.
Yes.
Why bother trying to dig up the old one? There's every likelihood that since the house was built in 1901, atop the big scrap pile,
Lead.
yeah, it's probably were clay. They're actual clay pipes. Cast iron first was a repair onto the clay, which We said, I don't know where the tap is out there in the alley. And I said, I don't think that matters. Put a new one wherever you end up. And they went, ha, 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 actor, and ignored me. And moved the plumbing. And then they moved the plumbing again. And then, on the third time of moving the plumbing around, not still in the straight line, it breaks.
Oh.
And so we have, in multiple places.
Who could have seen that coming?
So we deal with that. I don't know, maybe the actor. So we deal with that. Okay. Still dealing with that. And I don't say anything more about why the fuck do you want to tap into the crud line
Right.
that exists when you just put a new one in and bury the crud line and never think of it again. We won't talk about it. It'll just be gone. I didn't say that, though. I said, okay. Ha! Because he didn't want to do the straight line because the pipes are $60 for 10 feet, and he is unhappy with that. So they dug and then broke and then dug all the way, then used a pokey tool to poke until they found kind of the path of the old plumbing, dug it out to find that at some point someone else had dug it in, and it was PVC on one end that didn't need to be fixed, so they could just bury that part. They dug a hole, and then they undug the hole, right?
Right.
Right? Okay. And then, and only then, did my husband decide yesterday that, the straight line thing, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to run it in a straight line out there, because fortunately the tap is in that direction. So it's not even a real jiggle joggle or anything. He could get there.
He's brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And so over the weekend, we rented the Tonka claw, and he dug a trench. After he dug and undug so many holes, put the dirt there and take it out, put it somewhere else, and they used the backhoe. And now the new sewer line is laid and into the tap after all day of playing in the sewer for Jay.
This sounds like an Aiel initiation ritual or something, a wise one's.
Yeah, I promise I'm not hazing him.
Okay.
I
suspect things.
Maybe it's an initiation for me. Yeah, I'm learning patience.
Okay.
Yeah, and was any of this on the list of the things we intended to do?
Wait,
Why, no, Dale.
You had a list?
It was not.
You had a list?
We did. We do. We have architectural drawings.
Ooh.
None of that included add a new beam. What do we do about I'm going to have to put a temporary wall here to hold up the roof. Maybe don't sit over there. This is the kind of just help me.
In the meantime, you're trying to make recordings and whatnot.
I have a really good booth. Shout out to Whisper Room and Travis once again.
There you go.
Travis, I promised you I would do all of that promo stuff you asked, and I meant it. I just didn't say when, Travis.
Yeah.
And you gotta be smarter than that, Travis.
But is it thunderproof? And of course, I mean the dog, not the weather phenomenon.
Ish.
Okay.
Mostly.
Unless it's
depending
UPS
on
at the door.
Thunder's location.
Okay.
If I can get Thunder to go downstairs and bark at it, that's better.
Okay. Well,
If I cannot get him to go downstairs and bark at it, no. And also, he's afraid of heavy machinery and saws and things, and so he shadows me. So that we're both safe. All 110 pounds of him. I had to rearrange my studio so that there was more room because he was lying between the door and the chair to the booth, door to the booth, and the chair to the desk, and I could not get in or out of either location. So we've fixed that.
Okay.
It's been summer. See, Dale, this started when Jake was going to camp in June.
wow.
And we said, we will take this 3 weeks
yeah.
and do some of this reno work while he's gone, because it'll be easy. And then when he's home, well, we told him, your job this summer is to stay out of the way. Or to help. But if you're not helpful, stay out of the way. This is because lots going. It is August.
Yeah. Has he started? No, he started school already now.
Yes, he's in school today. He was in school started Wednesday.
Is he adjusting to 4th grade? It was a fun year for me.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. He had some worries, but I think he'll be fine.
Okay.
And all the other stuff starts back up, like he's a Weebelo.
Oh, I was a Weeblo. I was one. That's the only section. I missed Cub Scouts because I was overseas. They didn't have it. Then I did Weeblos, and I never moved on to Boy Scouts. But, but I enjoyed that.
Jay has been asked to be the assistant director in charge of Weebelos. There is only one Weebelo at the moment. So
that makes it easy.
Jay said yes.
You can be the den. You can be the den mother. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Sure. Yes, says my husband.
You get the screen.
I don't,
the screen time badge, the Minecraft badge, the.
Yeah, he didn't do a whole lot over the summer. There was a soap carving attempt early on, and I'm going to do the reverence badge, the God badge with him.
I see.
Because there are many gods.
Can you Can you add a des on the end of it? A goddess?
Yeah, we can do whatever we want.
Nice.
But Mommy is going to coach him through that one. Yes.
Does this involve sacrificing chickens or anything? Or?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. I like chickens.
Okay.
I don't know. We have found bones in the yard too, but they mostly ribs.
Human otherwise?
Mostly ribs, I think. There was one bone that was large, but it crumbled. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know. Fuck, anything.
So.
But how cool is that? My backyard is way more interesting.
It undoubtedly is, for sure.
And also trashed.
Yes.
Just one big muddy pile of dirt that Thunder is going to roll in and bring in the house.
We should, for our Patreon patrons, we should have some pictures, some before and after shots of your backyard.
Okay.
Exclusives, So
I think I can do that.
So they can picture what the hell we're talking about here.
It's yeah. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I know. I don't mind the work. I'm tired. Oh.
So, speaking of the show.
We are going to do another one.
Yes, we're going to do another one.
We have reached the end of the technical chaos season.
I think so.
Because school started back up. And so.
Right. School started.
Even you non-kid havers are like.
Right.
Oh, okay. We're back in the fall and now we do the things.
Right. Yes. Yes. Chris has moved to Ohio. Karen's moved into a new house. And I think we're slowly getting the band back together here for our next episode.
Yes. Summer is chaos, and it's easier for me to just sort of drop off the planet.
Yeah.
It's not intentional, but it's what happens.
I'm starting to understand why, like the old TV networks always had the fall TV season. It's like, oh, okay, yes. Oh, now we can focus. There's actually shows. But, we haven't quite gotten that knack down. But that's all right. We're going to have some awesome episodes coming up. There'll be plenty of entertainment coming from D.C. and elsewhere, and all manner of unbelievably QAnon-y people.
I mean, sorry, I'm that I can't say it anymore. We on the drive up to Nana and Granddaddy's, which is 6 hours. We listened to ad infinitum Alice's Restaurant Massacre by Arlo Guthrie.
Yes.
Which I highly recommend. It is our traditional road trip song.
There you go.
And we also listened to Hello Mudda, Hello Fada. Because he intends to do that at the talent show at camp next year.
Perfect.
But now, when I say I mean, I hear I mean.
I mean,
there we was having fun sitting on the Group W bench,
Yeah, I saw
filling in the forms, playing with the pencils.
I saw Arlo for the first and so far only time, really maybe 3 years ago. It was before times, but he was doing those like the 50th or 60th or whatever anniversary of Alice's Restaurant. So of course he did that. He also talked about how they filmed it in his hometown of Pittsfield, Mass. I'm trying to think. Anywhere in Massachusetts, and how the was it the bailiff or the deputy or whatever, they actually became friends because they played themselves in the movie. So it was kind of a bizarre story. But anyway.
I've never seen the movie, but I will look for it.
Yeah, I mean, Arthur Penn, he did, like Bonnie and Clyde and Being There and other great movies like that. So he also did
Just
Alice's
such
Restaurant.
a funny tune.
Yeah, and the cool thing about Arlo is that, like as I mentioned, I've been seeing a lot of these aging rockers, and sometimes an amazing voice becomes less amazing over the years. It's just time.
It happens.
But Arlo never really had that great a voice to begin with, so his trajectory is really a flat line. He sings just as well or as poorly as he did back then. It sounds just the same, even though he's
Oh, so funny.
grandfather and whatnot. Yeah,
We have quoted that song for years in-house. Just
and resisting
playing
arrest.
The song for 25 minutes. I'm not tired
Just waiting for it to come around again.
or proud. Just yes. So that was super fun,
Oh,
and that's
cool.
why I say I mean, and I immediately think
mean.
Group W bench.
They all started moving
Sitting
away
there
from
on
me.
the Group W bench. Right? I don't want to be anywhere in life but on the Group W bench, honestly. I used to use that like as a test when I was teaching to see if there were any cool kids in the group. And I'd bring up 27 8x10 glossies with the circles and the arrows and the paragraph on the back explaining what each one was.
Yep.
And see who got it. I wouldn't even go. I'd usually just go as far as the 27 8x10 glossies with the circles and the arrows, and that's when
People
I
start
would know.
stifling
Yeah.
giggles and laughs.
That only happened once,
Okay.
actually. Shay Cotter. Shay, you're the man.
Okay,
One time.
cool beats.
Did I find my tribe with that?
Well, one thing we've been remiss on, besides actually putting out episodes, is also putting out outtakes from episodes. So why don't we hear
But
some?
you did some.
Yes, why don't we listen to some right now?
Okay. Hi, everybody who's getting here.
I am recording.
I am recording.
Is it on? I'm in.
Vim Fuego is here.
I'm not.
I've only had 20 cracks at it. What, a day?
Vince is a hipster. He's very intense, but he's cool. Just so you know. Okay, that's Rebecca.
All right.
She's coming.
Except for Rebecca is not there.
No, yeah, she's not there.
She's looking for her earbuds.
Airbud.
Plus, she has a potty mouth.
And we
I
love her
don't-
for it.
She has a potty mouth.
I know, I do too.
Naughty bits.
She's naughty.
Oh, so naughty.
Naughty.
So naughty.
It's good.
Naughty.
I like it.
Me too.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Yeah, I'd like some space. Sorry, there's a cat in the booth.
Meow. Dogs! Woo! Oh, 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 oh!
Until one day, this shall not pass. Claire had an ally. Oh, hello there.
Hey, man. Cold reads are part of the gig, baby.
Ice cold.
My reeds be chilling.
Well, yeah, there's that.
Should we do a mark for your... No.
3, 2, 1.
Mark.
Mark.
I'd just like to say at this juncture, fuck Alex Jones.
Oh, my
you know
God.
Oh, God.
That
But how
12
great to watch him
days ago,
sweat.
Your
Oh, that's
attorney
good stuff.
accidentally sent me
So there we are.
all of the contents of your phone. Did you know that, Mr. Jones?
That's your Perry Mason moment, I guess. The
Yes,
judge
it
like,
is.
no, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Now, we haven't done Alex since
Blah, blah,
episode
blah.
1
Poison,
of
poison,
BS,
poison.
if you'll remember. He was secretly
we
working
should
for the
bring
Resistance.
him back.
That's true. That's true.
Oh man.
Yes,
I
dear
know
leader.
that something's
Jay's like,
happening,
well,
but
if
I don't
he's
know what it is.
broke Jay seemed to think that he'd get by his something.
It was a CIA
He's
cloning
in trouble.
experiment.
He
that
will
went
not
bad.
have fun in prison. Not that he'll go
I am
there from
bankrupt.
this. This is just civil. He won't go to prison for this, but somewhere
How will
in
he
the
survive
bowels
without his
of
nutritional
the
supplements?
1-6 committees, meeting spaces, and somewhere at the DOJ in the bowels, there is a junior attorney drafting a letter right now to that gentleman's attorney, to the Sandy
Well,
Hook
you see,
family's
they've
attorney.
The January 6th committee is already subpoenaing his phone.
Yes, they're like,
They've
well,
already
share
sub-
the goods,
yes,
baby.
Oh, you
Hey,
have
so
that.
how about we get that? Since
Yep.
Yes.
since apparently our
Oh,
entire
I'm sorry. Is it everything?
Yeah.
Bring
Everything you say for how many years?
Yeah.
Really? Well,
2 years, the whole thing. So at least we get his. If apparently the entire upper level of our government can't keep their texts.
Whoopsie.
That's all right.
Are we at the toppermost of the poppermost now, or what?
3, 2, 1. Mark.
Mark.
Okay.
It's
Get your
okay.
saguaro
It's all right.
wet.
It's a cactus, you know.
Today, saguaro, whenever.
I'm sorry I'm laughing at Karen's little jape, but hold on. Okay. With all the so-called news networks, they're springing up like mushrooms after a storm. You want to get the ones that are in cow shit. I'm just saying.
Excuse me.
For the next hour, I'm not Rudy, I'm Herschel. Everything you hear come out of my pie hole, it really comes from him.
Look, nobody's going to buy that. And I'm certainly not going to participate in this travesty.
Hey, it's the mayor of Fairville. Just something came to my mind. Republicans are trying to fuck you over, so don't vote for them.
Hey, Dustin, before I forget, can I get a wild
great.
line from you? And it's as Rudy, and it's basically it was the first line. It was buddy, or whatever, because he's calling you Giuliani, and you're like, no, I'm Herschel.
Oh, I got you.
Okay,
Okay. Rudy, let me get there. Okay. Buddy. Buddy. Nope. Hey, buddy.
He just ABC'd it. Isn't that glorious? Okay.
I think he cheated as well. Yeah.
No, right?
Because he's a
That is
ABC throws in a
professional
D,
work,
folks.
baby.
Go backwards.
That's
We
how you
pay
do it.
for the best. We get the best.
Professional.
What are you kids doing?
Yeah, that.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Nice job, Rebecca.
Thank you, everybody.
We love you.
Love you.
I shall have a
Wait.
wonderful evening with a papa.
I gotta go, you guys. I hear dogs barking and no.
Yay!
Yay!
It feels like old times.
It does indeed. It does indeed. And we've got several things in the offing, including another live show, probably the weekend of Halloween. It's not nailed down yet, but I immediately, the combination of Halloween and performing and live stream, all that sort of hit all of
Like a moth to a flame.
Lisa's pleasure centers in her brain. Yes. Yes. More, please. Let me hit that
Truly,
button again.
I've just been vibrating since.
Get that pellet.
Oh,
Get
what
that
about
pellet.
Halloween weekend?
Yeah. Hell yes.
Please, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you.
But
Very happy about that.
yeah. So what do you say we start writing an episode, huh? I know. We could just perform it spontaneously, all improv. Karen would be happy. Maybe.
I would be happy.
Mm-hmm.
I think Chris would be very unhappy with me.
Yes. No. Yeah.
And I don't know where the others would stand, for sure.
Yeah, George would be somewhere probably on the spectrum between happy and unhappy there. And same here, although it would have to be heavily edited to do the, get rid of the ideas that sucked, but not in a funny way, The ones that, when we're just flailing and it's funny, that's good. That's gold.
Yes. I like improv so much.
Yeah.
All of life is improv.
It is, unfortunately. There's no script.
It really is. It's like the best way to build a conversation is to listen and ask for more.
Right. Yes, and right.
Build off what they're saying. It's good. You can have some fun conversations at the grocery store if you do that shit. I do all the time.
Like, hey, why aren't you wearing your mask? That's usually a good conversation starter. No, anyway.
Yeah. No.
Or, hey, why are you wearing a mask? Are you afraid? Sorry.
A little.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I just...
Paxlovid tastes nasty. There's a nasty taste. And I don't want to do that again. So nasty. So nasty. Bad texture, too.
So I will say that earlier this year, part of my own malaise was looking forward to November and thinking bad thoughts. And now that is somewhat lifted.
I'm happy as a clam.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you want to use any tax loopholes or fun ways of manipulating your money, you need to do that right now. Because this is as good as it's going to get.
Yeah.
Because I think we're going to do well. And then will come the punishment phase.
As always.
I know. I think John Fetterman will be a nice addition.
Oh, my God. So entertaining. Yeah. It is quite... That's talking about your Schadenfreude. There's the New Jersey version of Schadenfreude, which is really quite delicious. Yeah.
Which is, it sucks to be you.
Yeah. And, there's a few other states where that might happen. I hope Georgia comes to their senses. It's funny because literally my sister's ex-husband, who's a very strong Democrat in Georgia, had a framed picture of Herschel Walker on his wall because he is, an icon in that state due to, Georgia Bulldogs and all that. It just means nothing. He probably never in a million years vote for him. But it's weird. It's like
we have a signed O.J. Simpson card. He wrote peace.
Which piece?
I know. I used to have that up in the bathroom in the wall of shame, is what I called it. I hung things like that.
Well, maybe we need to do another redemption roundup segment to see who we can rehabilitate or not. Put OJ in there.
I'm just going to watch it play out, but I really don't think it's going to be bad for us.
Yeah, no.
I think staggering numbers of women have been registering to vote.
Yes.
I wonder why.
It's a stumper.
Yeah. Fewer and fewer people identify as Republican. I wonder why. Really only the craziest are getting through.
They are. I mean,
so
really.
That's going to be hard in a general.
Yep.
It just is.
Uh-huh.
Because the rest of us do not like your bullshit.
Yep. It is. If you're really fucking crazy, I'm not going to vote for you. I mean, I have a hard and fast rule.
No. Same. A little eccentric, I'm okay with that.
Sure, no problem.
I enjoy that.
Yeah.
I relate to that.
Yeah.
A quirky charm, perhaps.
Yeah, that's where I want to put Kristen Sinema in that category because, she had a very, very...
She was, at one point, a little quirky. Charm, quirky, has some fashion quirks.
Yeah.
Like the choices I'm down with, but they don't necessarily suit her. Okay.
Yeah.
I could have lived with that, but she has gone...
Yeah, no. Over the bridge.
Far afield from
Yes.
funky fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Missy.
If that was all it was, great. No problem. Fantastic.
Do you know what I had to say today, by the way? Apparently, there is a copywriter's war on voice actors going on. Or they have all hired, all the people that I work for have hired English majors.
Uh-oh.
Because, one, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Chop it up a bit, Dickens. You don't have to do.
Yeah.
I should be able to get through the sentence without having to stop and breathe. I appreciate all the punctuation. I have seen M dashes, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
But why would you ask me to say, we're looking forward to leaf-sheathed lawns this autumn? Try it.
Ooh, leaf. What was the second word?
Sheathed.
Leaf-sheathed lawns. Ooh.
Uh-huh.
They obviously didn't even say that. They didn't even say that in their heads.
You could have said leaf covered, leaf scattered,
sheathed,
leaf carpeted, sheathed. Same. I think it's the same one who had me do a thin tooth-shaped shell.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's not good. That's like the crumb crisp.
Thin tooth-shaped shell. It's like a warm-up.
It's like Orson Welles' crumb crisp coating. Oh, that's a tough one. Ugh. Well, crumb crisp coat. Oh, in July. Sorry. Anyway. Yeah.
I was annoyed with leaf sheathed lawn, I thought. And I had physician specialists the other day, and that was that was just fizz.
Yeah.
Fizz.
You should be able to say that with the same amount of clarity as their handwriting. The doctor said.
I think it's a plot to destroy my sanity, or they have like some sort of betting game going on. See what we can get her to do. I don't know.
Yeah, you should charge them for the outtakes.
Sheathed. That one stopped me. I just had to look at it first.
Leaf sheathed.
Leaf sheathed. Leaf sheathed. How am I going to do that?
Yeah. I have to do that with some of the Spanish copy I do, where it's like, okay, I just did this series of consonants together, and it's like E, A, U, A, and I can't think of an example right. It won't come to mind, but there's been some where it's like,
it hasn't been seared onto your soul.
Take
like
that.
Leaf sheathed lawn.
No. Take it slowly, and you'll get through it with. Could I do it 3 times really fast? No, I'd have to be really on top of it to not mess it up. But yeah.
Ugh. Thin tooth-shaped shell. Fuck. Oh, well, I think it's a game they play, and I just want them to know I'm on to you.
Yeah.
I'm on to you.
Yeah. Well,
it's what I would do if I were a copywriter, just to see what I could get them to do.
So they could curse you, that satisfying feeling.
Without ever knowing my name.
Of knowing people were anonymously shaking their fists at you in vocal booths everywhere.
Yes.
Who wrote this?
I would do that.
Who wrote this crap?
I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. All-righty, so we will be back with a new episode.
With a show.
Real soon.
Someday.
Real soon now. Maybe another week-ish. We're being molded slowly back into a regular schedule, but these things take time.
But, half of us are ADD.
Right. Oh,
yeah. ADHD, rather. And the other half of us are high. So, and some of us are both.
Some of both, yes.
So...
Yeah.
So
it's like herding 8 ADHD stone cats. It's really the degree of difficulty is quite amazing.
You need a laser pointer.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
That's what we've been. Putting that on my shopping list. Alexa.
Laser pointers for voice actors. Yeah. That's a whole side hustle right there. Yeah.
I like it.
All right, well,
all right, then let's go get
care.
busy. Y'all get busy.
Let's
Thanks
do that.
for listening to us.
Yep, we'll see you real
hanging
soon.
Out.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Bye. Vote blue.